Hey guys, welcome to Jaggs Journeys weekly live stream. Back again for another week. I just want to say a big thanks to everyone who's tuning in again tonight, and also for everyone who's been tuning in every week, and for those who join me on occasion as well. It's really appreciated. Really appreciate you guys coming along and taking time out of your busy Monday night to spend time chatting with me and running through pretty much the week that was, what's been happening around the Gold Coast theme parks as well. So everyone's jumping on now. So I just want to say a big hi to everyone who's saying hi there. So it's good to see some familiar people again. Thanks heaps for jumping on. Hope everyone had an awesome weekend just gone. Hope you all got to do something fun, theme parks or attractions or beach. I don't know, anything fun. And hope everyone had an awesome day today as well. Cool. Now, just a reminder, this chat is moderated. All right, I do have a moderator on, so we just need to stick to the content of what we're talking about. If you're going off track, you'll probably get timed out. All right, so let's just keep it to theme parks, attractions, events, all that kind of stuff. Cool. So I've got a few comments here coming through as well. Hey, Stephen. Thanks again, Stephen, for joining nice and early in the US. Greatly appreciated. Always good to see you. Well, not to see you, but to have you on here. Thank you so much. Muchly appreciated. Thanks to everyone else also who's jumping on, saying hi. And we've got Josh is saying Top Golf is reopening. Yes, it is. It's reopening this Friday. I think it's the 23rd. Is that right? This Friday? I haven't got a calendar in front of me. I think that's right. Yeah. So this Friday, Top Golf. They've done a lot of work, and let me tell you, they've worked around the clock to get that place back open again. There was a lot of damage there, not just with the nets too. It was actually a lot of damage in the field as well. So there was a fair bit of work they had to do there. Anyway, it's looking really good. Drove past the other day, and yeah, it's looking pretty much almost ready. So 23rd, this Friday, should definitely get back to Top Golf to show them support as well. Cool. Straws, I got down to Dreamworld yesterday for the first time in a while. That's cool. But you notice some changes there. Much busier than usual. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I was there on Saturday, and I think, yeah, I specifically remember saying it's really busy here today. And I'll tell you what, that's awesome for Dreamworld. I was also at Wet and Wild. That was busy that morning. It was really busy. Movie World wasn't so busy on Saturday. Popped in there as well. So, yeah, it was really good to see Dreamworld really busy. You think people might be getting sick of Village Roadshow? Yeah, people. I know a lot of people will alternate their passes as well. So, one year they might get the Dreamworld Whitewater World pass, and then the next year they might get the Village Roadshow passes because it is quite an expense for families, particularly. So, a lot of them choose to do that. So they get a bit of 1 year on, 1 year off, essentially. So that might be the case. Could be the year where everyone's got the Dreamworld passes. Plus, they did have some really good specials. Remember, really good specials. I think it was like the $50 ones, and then they had the other Black Friday sale ones as well. So that's really cool. Yep, G active tonight. All right. Now, cool. Again, thanks to everyone who's saying hi. I can't read all the highs out, but thank you very much for everyone who is saying hi. Hi to you all. Ride was at Movie World Saturday. I didn't see you. I was there. I was only there for a short time. Cool. Let me see. Hey, Matt. What's up? Good to see you again on the weekend. Yeah, absolutely, Matt. It was good bumping into you guys as usual. It looked like you had an awesome day at Wet and Wild there. Great day for it too, wasn't it? It was really good. Really enjoyed your Eka video. Excuse me. I had just finished dinner, so my Eka video. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, thanks. I actually really enjoyed going to the Eka and making the video as well. So cool. I'm glad you enjoyed the Eka video. That's awesome. Yeah. So I guess the last weekend anyway. I pumped out 3 videos. normally I obviously only do one video a week, but I just felt there was a couple of things I wanted to just update you guys on. So hence one of them was a 5-minute video. The other one was like just over 10 minutes or 12 minutes or something. And then my main video on a Sunday night. I won't do that every week, obviously. It's a lot of work, a lot of editing. And but yeah, there was just a little bit there to update everyone on. So I just wanted to go ahead and do that. So I hope you all enjoyed that. If you haven't seen them yet, check it out. So there's a flash update video there for you guys. There's a Dreamworld Rivertown update, and there's also a Wet and Wild park review as well, which I released last night. So yeah, and so far all the comments are all positive. So thank you all very much for that. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. Hey, Family Odyssey 22, how are you guys? Yep, I'm good. Apart from just shoveling dinner down in 100 miles an hour, but got to do what it takes. Let me see. I reckon the tornado at Wet and Wild needs a conveyor belt. Yeah, I know. I definitely. You would have seen it in the video. Carrying those tubes are quite large, particularly for the tornado. And it is surprising that they have to be carried up. Like, it's a lot of work, especially for like kids. You see about 4 of the kids trying to get it up, and I've been hit in the head before too. Just standing watching the people go through the funnel, and then bang, because they can't see as well. So yeah, it's pretty it's pretty full on. Yeah, it'd be good to have more conveyors, wouldn't it? Definitely, so you can just get up there and focus on the steps, because I always worry too about slipping on the step or missing the step when you're carrying a big tube, and it hinders your view. So anyway, I guess there's probably not been too many issues, so that's good. Cool. I see the video Movie World put on their Facebook. Wizard of Oz introducing the Wizard of Ozland. I did see something, but I didn't see it was Movie World. Was it definitely Movie World that released that? I'm not sure if it was actually Movie World, or whether it was sort of leaked, or was it the concept art. However, there has been concept art shared. Normally Movie World would actually put on their TikTok and everything. Well, I didn't actually see it, so correct me if I'm wrong. If it is on their Facebook, well, that's awesome. But I haven't seen it actually. Obviously, come home from work and trying to catch up on everything, eat dinner as well. So, but I didn't think it was, but it could be. It could be if you're saying it is. But yeah. So essentially, there's concept art released, or maybe released or leaked. I'm not sure of more detail of the Wizard of Oz land. I guess is it Emerald City or the Land of Oz. Looks amazing. And yeah, again, high level of theming in there as well. So very immersive as well, which is exciting. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, I don't normally release anything until it sort of is released by the parks, just in case, because I just want to add to the, if it is leaked, I just want to add to that. I always like to wait until it's actually announced and released properly. Generally speaking, that's sort of how I operate. But yeah, if you hunt around, you'll probably see something there on that. So yeah, check it out. It looks pretty cool. You're at Carnival Saturday night, and the light show was the best. Yep, definitely. That 100%. That Aqua Light show at SeaWorld Carnival is incredible, amazing, blows your mind. And yeah, I think there's 2 more nights left for Carnival, this Friday and Saturday night. If you haven't already got a ticket, I don't know if they're even sold out. They might even be sold out. I haven't checked that, but I'm sure there will be a sellout if they're not already. If you've got a free redemption ticket, definitely do that. It's a great night out. So if you're not sure what it's all about, check out my Carnival video. I was there opening night, so I got a video on the channel, which shows you everything about experiencing Carnival, including the light show, Aqua Light show as well. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. Definitely, yeah, hands down, one of the best shows out there for sure. Probably in the world. It's spectacular. What's your opinion on the Arkham Asylum ride being rethemed for Wizard of Oz? It's not being rethemed. The roller coaster was dismantled and it's gone. So the actual roller coaster, the suspended coaster, is a different version. It's a family coaster, and it's the same one as TNT at Gumbaya World in Victoria. If you want to check it out, again, if you want to jump on my Gumbaya World video, you'll see it on there. I've got on-ride footage as well. I took a GoPro on there. They allow it down there. So yeah, check it out. Definitely different. I guess that the area is getting rethemed essentially. So, which was Arkham Asylum, and obviously was originally Lethal Weapon before that. And yeah, they're using existing structures there, obviously, to build upon to create the land there. So yeah, so it's certainly I think it's a good fit, because if you think about it, there needed to be more movie branding or movie themes of things at Movie World, and Wizard of Oz definitely is a timeless movie classic that everyone pretty much loves. So it's probably definitely a good choice moving forward. Plus, there's the new movie Wicked coming out in November, and just from looking at the trailer of that, I think I showed you guys last week, it looks very similar to some of the design, like Flight of the Wicked Witch. That's a suspended coaster. So yeah, looked pretty cool. So all in all, it's going to be awesome. It's absolutely going to be so cool. We're very sport this year. We've got a lot of coasters opening up. Excuse me. So, obviously what's going on at Movie World. And then you got the Flash, Speed Force at Movie World. And then we've got Rivertown with Jungle Rush and Marasipi Motors as well at Dreamworld. So lots happening, lots going on, which is just awesome. So, yeah, so exciting year ahead. So plenty of construction. I know some people find construction videos a bit boring. I try to make them a little bit more upbeat or interesting, because we're looking at more dirt and a few more bits of concrete. I know some people are like, this is boring, but other people are really keen and interested to see the development of how it's progressing. And it is interesting seeing how much changes in just 1 week. It's pretty incredible, actually, the speed they're doing stuff. It's amazing. So we'll continue those weekly videos. They may be, depending on how much there is to discuss, it could well just be in a short form. So it may be in the vertical short form Rivertown update, like 1 minute videos, or it could be like I did the weekend, just like a 10-minute video or less even. It just depends on what there is to update you guys on. So we'll see. But yeah, it probably won't always be the main video unless there's other things happening at Dreamworld, which obviously I'm there to film sometimes other events or things going on there. All right. Let me see. Someone's saying that concept art was released tonight. So I haven't been on, I think, since about 5:30. I think 6 o'clock. That's when I sort of had a look. I haven't been on since then, so it might have been released after that. Get on there, have a look anyway. I'm sure if Movie would have released it, it'll be on every single social media, or TikTok or Instagram or story. It'll be out there. So I'll have a look after this tonight, and if it's Movie Board's release, then yeah, I'll just share it. Obviously, share a picture or what have you on the channel, on Instagram as well. Cool. All right. And thanks again for all the comments, everyone. It always blows me away how many comments I'm getting every night. It's so cool. Okay. Let me have a look. Matt's just saying hi on the live feed. He's got to go early. That's okay. Have a good night. That's not a problem. Thank you very much for jumping on. Cool. Sorry, what do we got here? Someone's saying something about spamming. If anyone's spamming, I haven't got to all the comments yet. But my moderator should be checking that. If there's any spam going on. So anyway, cool. All right. I know there's plenty of other comments here, guys, but we'll get through the content that I wanted to get through tonight, and then we'll probably jump back into some of your questions and that, because I probably may even go through some of your questions just through the content we got there. But So let's again. This is a weekly sort of catch up video. So we just talk about what's been happening in the theme parks in the Gold Coast. Let's kick off with Movie World, I guess. So obviously at the moment, Superman is down on maintenance. So uh, in fact, there's Batwing, Doomsday, and Superman all down on maintenance at the moment. They all reopen on the 30th of March. All right. So and again, all that information is on their app. But because Superman is down, we can't get a lot of access into the Flash Speed Force construction area. So we only see a little bit. But we did notice, I did post on Instagram last week, some new artwork has gone into that area. I featured it on the video. You could just make it out, just see it there. So it's that 2D cartoon, sort of comic art, I guess, for that we can see for now. No, there is supposed to be some sculptures going in there as well. That's what we can see for now. So essentially, theming going in. There's electrical work happening on the roof of the walkway. There's a lot going on. And my thoughts are probably the ride vehicle will probably go on between any time now, I reckon, before Superman reopens, because it's the ideal time to get in there with cranes and all that kind of thing. That's just my personal thoughts. So hopefully on the 30th of March, when that Superman ride reopens and we can get back into have a look over the fence, we might in fact see the ride vehicle on the Flash Speed Force. That would be great if we could see that there, which then means that they'd be doing some testing soon. The opening date is still a bit up in the air. It still says coming soon. However, if you do sort of Google search it, I'm not sure if it's just old comments or story about it, but it still says April on there on a few places where you Google search. So it could still well be April. It's just weird that they changed it though from April to coming soon. So maybe they just did that in case it's delayed with the weather and all sorts of stuff going on. So maybe that's just a safety guard. At least then they can say, bang, okay, it's going to open April or opening May or opening June holidays. So we'll keep our eye on that. And by all means, if you guys see anything on your travels, let me know. If you see something or a sign go up opening on this date or what have you, let us know. But we'll obviously continue to pop back and check it out. So that's exciting. In April, so some people do tend to come for Easter, and then some people obviously after Easter. But keeping in mind, after Easter, DC Rivals Hypercoaster is going to be on maintenance from the 25th of April until the 21st of June. So if you're coming for that time and you want to ride that hypercoaster, then obviously you won't be able to. So also, Wild West Falls, 29th of April to 25th of June as well. Two big major key rides heading down just after Easter there. Well, it's not just after Easter. It's probably more after the school holidays. So, So anyway, again, all this information is on their app. All right. Just go to info and ride maintenance and it'll all be on there. And they've actually got the schedules for the rest of the year as well. So if you're going to be, coming down in August or October, what have you, it's all on there. So you'll know before you get here what's open, what's not. All right. So at least you'll be prepared. Cool. So yeah, anyway, that's exciting. Flash Speed Force. I don't know if you guys got to ride it when it was Surf Rider at Wet n Wild. If you did ride it, let me know. Put a message in the comment or in the feed here, or if you're watching this afterwards, put it in there as well. Be interesting to know what you thought of that ride and whether it made you feel sick or not. I was just reading up on some of the specs. I mean, we've gone through this sort of before as well, but you do get a top speed of up to 70 kilometers per hour on this ride, that's pretty fast for a shuttle coaster. Like it's only going like this, but that's pretty fast. Now, obviously, the ride vehicles, the two ride vehicles on the board, they spin, right? So that's probably where a lot of that speed comes from as well. 67-meter long track, 30 meters high. The actual vertical angle is 90 degrees as well. So that's pretty cool. So I think all in all, it's going to be a pretty exhilarating ride, and because they've done a complete refurbishment on it, so it's not just they didn't just bring it over and turn it on. It hopefully should be almost a much smoother and better ride experience than what you'd remember. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. I've been on it once a long time ago, long time ago. I do remember feeling crook. I don't do good with spinning. Just spinning, no good for me. But yeah, I remember like not feeling the greatest after. It's a cool ride though. It really is. So not for everyone, obviously. So yeah. Anyway, cool. So yeah, we just have to wait and see when it opens. Apparently, the duration of that ride. Well, I don't know if this is going to change because obviously they might make a change to it. It's a 1 minute ride. Kind of makes sense. I mean, I guess you got like Superman coaster's only 2 minutes? I think it is. So 1 minute. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem long enough. So I'm not too sure if that's 1 minute from when it's at its full capacity or from the start. I'm not sure. That might again change as well. Anyway, either way, it's exciting, and we can't wait to see it open. Just another good addition for Movie World, and pretty cool too that it's in another ride envelope. That's something pretty cool. Cool. All right. What else? Wizard of Oz. So we kind of touched on Wizard of Oz. There was a big crane in there today, by the way. One of my subscribers, Claire, sent through a photo, and there's a massive crane sitting in that in the actual Wizard of Oz construction area. So, I mean, it could be to lift in big heavy blocks or steel. Could be anything. Couldn't see what it was lifting, so it could be support beams. It might be, it might not be. Anyway, a visible big crane in there. I think she might have seen it from another angle in the park somewhere, possibly. I'm not sure where the photo was actually taken from, but yeah. So again, there's definitely heaps going on in there. So and hopefully it's support beams. Fingers crossed. What else we got there? That's pretty much it, I think. For Movie World, I don't really have too much else unless anyone has anything more to add for Movie World. Then just let us know or send us a message. By the way, guys, if during the week, feel free to drop me a message on Instagram if you want to just say, hey, can we mention such and such? As long as it's on topic, so theme parks, attractions, events, that kind of thing. Yeah, then if you feel that other people are going to be keen for that, then just let me know and we'll certainly add it in. That's easy. Cool. Yeah, big crane. Cool. All right, so I do know there's a few comments coming through, so let me have a look. Star Tours. So yeah, something they haven't done now for quite a few years. Yeah, excuse me. Nothing has been mentioned or put on line or anything. I'm pretty sure it will be something that they're going to do again. I think for now though, they got enough going on just with Wizard of Oz. It's a massive area to get. Obviously there's rides in there, but also there's going to be characters in there as well, and there's just a lot going on, I guess, and with the Flash as well. So I think once they get these sort of major projects done, they might look at doing something additional again. Keep in mind they've got to use operations team. They're the people that run the rides, so yeah. But yeah, I'd definitely be keen to do it again. I've done it plenty of times, and it was awesome. I did it originally when Arkham Asylum was still there, and you could actually do the track walk up to the top of Arkham Asylum. So that was pretty cool. Pretty scary, but pretty cool. Yeah, so we'll see what happens to that. But again, if we hear anything, we'll definitely let you know. Or if you hear something first, let me know, and then we can all know. Cool. Do you think that Movie World should remove the Doomsday Destroyer ride? Well, we've been speaking about that for a long time. I think first and foremost, it needs to be fixed. Now, I don't know if it can't be. It seems that way. However, I think just to have it going as it's designed to would be good, because it's a pretty good ride. Again, not for me. I don't do well on anything spinny, but a lot of people really enjoyed that when it was working at full capacity, because it had a bit of momentum there. So, look, if it can't be fixed, then surely they must have a plan for that. So, again, it all takes money and time and planning, right? So things just can't happen like that. I'm sure when the time is right, they'll tell us what's happening with that area, no doubt. So fingers crossed, something either it's fixed or something else. There's a decent amount of space there, but I do love the theming in that area. It's the best in the park, so be ashamed to lose any of that. So I think they could probably keep all that and retheme something similar in there. However, there's quite a bit of infrastructure there for that ride. It goes down into the ground, and obviously, with the the floor that collapses and that kind of thing. So there's it's a massive structure too, piece of machinery. So it wouldn't be an easy task, but I'm sure they would do things like that. They've done things like that in the past, so I'm sure they could do it again. Electric Fire, Jaggs Journeys. I'm American. What's Movie World? Theme park on the Gold Coast, Australia. Yeah, so it's Warner Brothers themed theme park in the Gold Coast. It's not a very big park. Initially, when it first opened in '91, it had really movie-based rides and attractions there. Like it was like a mini Universal Studios. It really was. Western stunt show, Police Academy stunt show, Gremlins ride, heaps of characters, Batman simulators. They had a studio tour and soundstage tour and participation. It was cool, but over the years, it sort of, I guess, changed into more of a DC superhero park. It's more of that, but I sort of think that they probably are starting to think more about movie themed. Hence, with the Wizard of Oz precinct, I think that's the first step towards bringing that park back to movie world. I'd like to think so anyway. So, but yeah, check out my channel. I've got plenty of videos. Almost every week or every second week, there's movie world videos there. All the events they have, it's all on there. So check it out. DC Rivals Hypercoaster, pretty much one of the best coasters in the world. A lot of international coaster enthusiasts come here just to ride that. So that says something. So it's definitely worth heading down here. We've also got Dreamworld theme park, which has the Steel Taipan roller coaster, plenty of other attractions as well. Steel Taipan's like the Blue Fire coaster, but it's a triple launch with what's it called, a tail, like a tail whip at the end. And there's spinning seats on that one as well at the back, which are an upcharge. What else? Yeah, plenty of other rides and attractions there. SeaWorld. There's Wet and Wild water parks. There's Whitewater World. Plenty of theme parks in the Gold Coast. So check it out and maybe come down here one day. Not quite to the same, I guess, standard of theming as the US. However, they're certainly trying to get that way. So we're seeing that now with the construction of Rivertown and the Jungle Rush coaster going into Dreamworld. Totally immersive theming. Amazing. So check it all out on my channel. Or you can just Google it. There's plenty of information out there. So, but yeah, be good if you could one day come down here. It's a pretty long flight. It's about a 15-hour flight. So, but worth it. All right. So, all right. Okay, I see. There's been some spam going on there as well. Okay. Looks like they've been timed out. The Big Crouchy, how are you, mate? The fam and I are hitting up Carnival on Saturday night. Definitely looking forward to it. Absolutely, you'll absolutely love Carnival. Saturday night is the last night too. So just make sure you get that show. It is so awesome. You'll love it. Absolutely love it. I hope you have an awesome time with the family. What else have we got here? Hey Shane, what's your favorite ride at Wild? I'm Jake. If you don't remember me, I went on the TNT not long ago. First big coaster. That's right. Um, I'd probably have to say TNT. Again, I'm a really big on theming, and the theming on that ride is actually really well done. It really is awesome. Although I I did really like Project Zero. I didn't like it when it was the Buzzsaw at Dreamworld, but what they've done to it and all the refurbishment, it's a different ride experience, and I actually really enjoyed that. Loved it. So yeah, so it'd have to be for me. It'd be TNT and Project Zero for sure. But yeah, again, I enjoy Gambier World for everything that it's got there. It's an awesome park, and again, I think you got to visit in summer so you can experience the water park as well, as the normal park and all the animals. It's just just a lot of flies there. I don't know why, but it's probably because it's in the farm, sort of in the countryside, I guess. And it was when we were there, it was like I don't know 38 degrees or something. So um, never seen so many flies. Anyway, there's a lot of flies at Wet and Wild too in the weekend, I must admit. Anyway, what else have we got here? All right. Let me see. Okay. Agreed. Like you've said it in the past, it's a greatly themed area, and it's just a shame that it doesn't do the full rotation anymore. Yeah. Doomsday we're talking about there. Yeah, real shame, real shame. And again, Movie World would be really annoyed, right? They've paid good money for that ride, and it's been, hasn't been reliable, and it's now only doing, that half rotation. You could imagine how angry they would be with the manufacturer. It would be something to do with the manufacturer parts or whatever it is. I don't know, but they would be annoyed, right? If it was your park and you spent whatever the cost of it was, you put that money out there and you're getting half of what you paid for, I'd be annoyed, and I'm sure they would be onto that. So just think about it from it's not people would go, oh damn, Movie World. Well, it's not Movie World's fault, really. It's the ride manufacturer essentially. If they can't fix it for them, or do alternative things to make it work properly, or provide the parts or whatever it might be. I'm not sure what their issues are, but then yeah, they'd be annoyed. They'd be annoyed because they just want their guests to have the best experience possible, right? So yeah. Anyway, let's watch the space. But just let's not be too aggressive towards movie because they do a great job, and that'd be the ones that'd be really annoyed because it's their money, right? So I'd be annoyed if it was my money. What drink today, Harry? Just the usual, mate. Good old berry Jaggs. I asked this a couple of weeks ago. I think you missed it. Rank Wild West, the log ride, the flume ride. Okay, so are we talking about the log ride at Dreamworld that's no longer there and the flume ride at SeaWorld? I think if we're going to rank all of those, I think obviously Wild West Falls number one. It's just the theming alone and everything that goes into that ride's incredible. Always love that ride. Number two for me, I think I mean obviously they're both not there anymore. They were very similar. Essentially, start off, you go up, you go through the castle, and down. The Dreamworld one was pretty much the same. You go up into the mountain, I think it was, and pretty much across through the little tunnel or what have you, and then down. So, I think they were both pretty cool. Actually, I actually did like them both. Probably didn't have a preference, to be absolutely honest. But yeah, so I'd have to say second equal for those two, if that answers your question. So sorry I missed it the other time. Sometimes I might miss your comments. Again, not intentional. It's just there's a lot scrolling and everything, and I do scroll back through to try and go, okay, did I miss some? But just put it again. Like if I missed it and I've gone too far, just put it again. Or hey, send me a message on Instagram. I'll always reply to you guys, and it's just hard on the live sometimes to just to get to everyone, and it moves up, and I'm trying to talk about something, and then a few more comments come in. I've missed a whole stack. So yeah, nothing intentional. It's just, it gets a little bit challenging. That's all, guys. Hey, Jason. G'day, mate. Had an awesome time at Gambaya World. The TNT and Project Zero, first time there. Awesome. Planning to go to Rainbow's End, New Zealand as well. Yeah, awesome, mate. That's good. Rainbow's End is a pretty good park over in Auckland. Yeah, it's got some really good attractions there. Stratosphere, it's basically like a claw that goes completely around, or SX360, or Sledgehammer, those kind of rides. When I was there, they actually put it on. There's two modes, and they put it on the extreme mode, and they put it on longer than what they would normally put it on, of course, because I was filming. But for me, then I was really, really bad for about an hour after that. Had to recover. So anyway, got the footage. Pretty cool ride. Some people just go on and ride it again. I don't know how people do that. Good on them. I can't do it. Anyway, I hope you have an awesome time, Jace. Do you remember the Gold Coast Star Ferris wheel? Yeah. So was that the one in Surfers, or was that the one at SeaWorld? Because there was one there as well. But I do remember them both, and had been on them both as well. So, yeah, it was really cool actually seeing a Ferris wheel over at SeaWorld, because you had a massive view and you could see it from everywhere. But yeah, like when I was in Melbourne last year, that big massive Ferris wheel at Docklands, I was like, cool, let's get onto that. But apparently it hasn't gone for years. It's got some structural issues apparently, so not good. Hopefully they're sorting that out. I think there's one in Dubai as well, and that's also, I think it's the world's biggest, and I think that one is also not in operation. Might be something similar. So yeah, it's a bit sad because they're pretty awesome. All right. Nice collection behind you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hey, Squishy Lemon, haven't heard from you for a while. Welcome back. Hey, Chris, would Movie World consider moving, something more to do with Supergirl or Wonder Woman? Yeah, in the Doomsday area, that would make sense. Something like, yeah, definitely would make sense. That would be cool. I think people would be up for that for sure. Definitely. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through. I know there's more comments coming through, guys, but we'll just touch back to the info that we're going to chat about. What's been happening in the last week? So we spoke about Movie World. If you've jumped on after the time, feel free to jump onto the recording later on, and you're about to check it out. But so we spoke about Movie World, what's happening there with what's on maintenance, Flash, Speed Force, Wizard of Oz. Some concept art was released today. Some more concept art. Again, I saw it when I think it might have been leaked, but someone on here mentioned that Movie World might have released it tonight on Facebook. So I haven't been on to check myself, but if that's the case, yeah, get on there and check it out. Looks pretty cool. Wet and Wild. So as you hopefully would know, I was at Wet and Wild on the weekend, and there's a video there for you guys to watch, which I released last night, and it's a full park review as well, by the way. So entire park review, aimed for anyone if you're thinking of going there, if you haven't been before, or if you just want to know what's happening there at the moment. Pretty much covers off everything. So one thing we did discover, and we've had a lot of people, making questions on this, sending me some info as well, saying, hey, Aqualoop hasn't been going for so long, and it's now been removed off the website, and it has. So I checked all that out. Nowhere to be seen on there. Still closed. It does say it is closed, but doesn't say anywhere that it's permanently closed and that it's going to get dismantled. I think it's going to. Looking at the state of it, it really looks like it's in poor condition. So obviously why it's closed, but I think what we'll probably see there over winter. And again, I'm just speculating on this one because it's not announced, but putting two and two together, it's not on the website anymore. The condition of it, it's right at the front of the park. So I think it's a really good opportunity to dismantle that, all those slides there, Aqua Loop. That's the trapdoor slides with, what is there? Is there 4 or 6? I can't remember off the top of my head. Tubes. So I reckon that there'll be a new attraction there for summer. So something for the people to come and experience back at Wet and Wild for summer. Again, when we know for sure, we'll let you know. But that's what I think. So there's a few rides going down maintenance, or slides, I should say, probably at Wet and Wild. So if you are heading there in March, you got to be aware of this. Again, check out the app. It's just so you know. So pretty much by the time Easter gets here, everything should be back open again. So if you're coming for Easter, you should be right. But Double Barrel will be closed between the 18th and the 31st of March, as will Kamikaze, 18th to the 31st of March. They're at the back of the park. And then you got Super Ripper also at the back of the park. That'll be closed from the 11th of March to the 17th of March. And then currently Kaboom is closed. Currently, that reopens on the 11th of March. So just so you know what's happening at Wet and Wild. Everything else is open. Calypso Beach, again, one of my favorite places. It's tropical island. It's filming locations for the Scooby-Doo movie. Again, if you haven't watched my video, check it out. I put a couple of scenes in there where they actually did film in there. So quad bike scene. There was a scene outside like a restaurant bar. That's Shantytown in there as well. Pretty cool. And even around the Gold Coast, there's plenty of locations. Main Beach, the surf life-saving tower at Main Beach is one of the opening scenes with Scooby and Shaggy in the van, having their barbecue in the van. You can see that tower there. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I like all that kind of thing. But so I showed you that as well. And yeah, it was good to see Flow Rider opening. And there's a couple of guys on there that were just unreal. So it's in the video again. Obviously, professional bodyboarders or surfers, because it's just wow, they're unreal. So it was good to see that as well. And I guess that helps sell it as well. When you see someone doing that and you're like, I want to have a go at that. But then, of course, if you're like me, you'd hop on and get spat out the back real quick because you don't know how to bodyboard. But anyway, at least you gave it a go, right? Cool. I had a really good time having a look around Wet and Wild. It got really, really busy. I always try to leave by about lunchtime. It just gets way too busy. Try and get all the filming done when it's not so busy in the morning. But it still was a really busy day, actually. So, yeah, cool. So that's Wet and Wild update. SeaWorld, again, we spoke about it just before. Last 2 nights of Carnival this weekend. Make sure you get those redemption tickets. You can't miss out on that Aqualight show. It is amazing. Leviathan, that will be down between the 18th and the 28th of March. A lot of people come there just to ride Leviathan. So always check that app. All right. So always check that out. Currently, Donatello's Flyers is on a temporary closure. That's in Nickelodeon. But also Vortex is still on a temporary closure with no date. So I don't know exactly, again, why that's there. But anyway, we'll keep our eye on that one too. Trident reopens on the 15th of March, which is cool. So, and then if you're into the SpongeBob's boating school, little coaster there, that reopens on the 29th of March. So essentially by Easter, everything's going to be back open again at SeaWorld, which is cool. Yeah. All right, so we just got Dreamworld to talk about next. We'll just jump back into. I can see plenty of comments coming through, and again, thank you everyone for making comments. I try not to miss any, and apologies if I do. I'll try my best. Let me see. Can you get a view of the Wizard of Oz land from Topgolf? I don't think so. Actually, from memory, I don't think so. It's a little bit too far away, too far forward, I believe. Do you think Movie World should remove the Doomsday Destroyer ride? We really sort of spoke about that. Maybe I repeated that question. I don't know. But no, I don't think so. That needs to be fixed. If not, then maybe yes. Maybe yes. All right. Full-time day job. I sell drinks. That's my full-time day job. I asked this a couple of weeks ago. I think I've got. Yep, I've answered that one. That's cool. All right. Where are we at? Okay. I'm gonna go to the bottom and just scroll up because I think that's gonna be the easiest thing to do. What about the photo I took on Saturday with the footpath? Yes, thank you. Yes. I did post that on Instagram. Again, the pathway at SeaWorld was the other thing that's now open, which is fantastic. So thank you very much for sending that photo through. That's always appreciated. And yeah, it looked amazing. So a lot of landscaping's going on through there. And I guess having to now be able to get from the plaza or Ray Reef to the Storm in a matter of minutes instead of 10 maybe minutes is pretty cool. So we touched on last week. There's a new slab going kind of next to Leviathan, but behind the gates. It could just be a back of house shed they're building. We don't know, but also it could potentially be a new way to get to Jet Rescue, and potentially could be a new ride maybe going in there. We don't know. We're speculating, of course. It's probably just a slab for a shed. But anyway, if we see something more happening there, or if you guys see something on your visits, let us know, and we'll try and look into it further and see if we can spot a ride going in there or anything like that. They'd have to reopen that whole part, obviously, so you could walk through, and then it would be good to actually cut through to not go. If you're like, and you don't want to go into the kids area to do the kids rides, then just to go from Leviathan to Jet Rescue, that would be cool. And then you can just go to Storm, so you get all the big rides done without having to go through the kids area, which can be really, really busy and sort of hard to navigate through sometimes as well. So that would be cool to see that. But we'll see. We don't know. We'll see. Can we confirm the track colors? Yeah, concept art always. So this is Jungle Rush. Concept art is always one thing versus reality. If you think about all the concept art that Leviathan we had for Leviathan on the walls, we were looking at it for months on end. There was going to be a heck of a lot more theming and trees and all that. Obviously, that I didn't do all that, so things can change. But we're not sure on that 100% on that track color. I'm sure Dreamworld will release sneak peek track shots or what have you. So we'll find out. When we find out, we'll put it on the channel so you guys know. Do I remember about the cable cars at SeaWorld? Yeah, went on there many a times. It's pretty cool. And every now and then you go through the part where they were connecting them. But they're pretty cool, weren't they? I remember one year, I think it was during schoolies or something, someone actually jumped off one into the dolphin pool. Nearly hit a dolphin. So obviously that'd be tragic if they had hit a dolphin. But yeah, so I'm not sure if that was the reason why I got rid of them or whether they just, old school. I don't know. People like that stuff though. So yeah, be cool if they had. Yeah. If you look back on any of the theme parks, they had cool stuff back in the 20 years ago, and then things change. But yeah, it's crazy actually how they all change. Yeah, they were cool. I hope you enjoyed a coffee a couple of weeks ago. Always. So thank you very much. If you have bought coffees recently or in the past or in the future, I really appreciate it. And again, I get a lot of questions about the Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee is a way of you guys supporting my channel. So it's not just all going into coffee. I don't drink that much coffee. I do have a coffee pretty much every visit to every theme park or iced coffee, depending on the weather. But yeah, it's a way of helping support the channel because things are expensive, tickets are expensive, and I want to keep producing videos for you guys, and we have to keep buying tickets, and if we're going somewhere, there's travel expenses, so it gets very expensive. And with the cost of living going up, as we all know, it's challenging. And we're not on big dollars or anything like that, and YouTube only pays a small amount as well currently. So anyway, it's always greatly appreciated if anyone's support. Also, if you want a birthday shout outs and things like that, that's another way of sort of doing that as well. We can do that. So yeah, I just want to say a big thanks to everyone who has and also continues to support. I've got a few regular people as well that continue to buy coffees, and it's always appreciated. Okay, I know there's a lot of comments coming through, and I've probably missed a few here, guys. So let me. All right, I think here we go. All right, sorry, we'll get there. Okay, I read that one. Only right, I'm upset that it's on maintenance at the moment is Superman Escape. But yeah, 40 days time, yeah, not long. It'll be here before you know it, I'm sure. It'll be reopened again soon. All right, what have we got? What is SeaWorld doing with the monorail? Do we know? We don't. But we think, well, I mean, probably nothing, to be honest. It's probably gone. It's finished. So, yeah, I think they've taken down parts of not parts of the track, but parts on the track that help make the thing go, right? So, yeah, one of them was scrapped. The other one's still sitting on the station down at the far end of the park. I mean, it'd be cool to have it going again, but also it'd be cool if they could maybe have it as a little restaurant or something, a little cafe. Go in there and have order some snack foods or something and drinks, and they have some maybe TVs of how SeaWorld used to be. I don't know, but I think that monorail, I'm pretty sure that was the one from World Expo '88. I think it was. I think that originally came from World Expo '88, which I was lucky enough to go to World Expo '88 and here in Brisbane, and I'll tell you what, that was amazing, and particularly for its time, it was incredible. I'm sure there's plenty of people on here that when I've said World Expo '88, they've probably gone, "Oh yeah, I went to that." So let me know if you went to that. I actually follow a group on Facebook actually, and I tell you what, there's some awesome photos on there. I've asked if I can share some of those photos. Because they had a theme park there as well. So I'm just waiting on approval to share some there for you guys. But so if you went to World Expo, let me know. And if you did go in the theme park, what was your thoughts? Okay. Drink time. I'm just rolling back to the comments. I've seen there's actually a lot come through, and I have missed a few, and I'm aware of that. So, okay, we've got that one. Julie, can we confirm the track? Okay, we spoke about the track colors. Yeah, we can't yet. We'll wait and see for Jungle Rush. Cool. John Stone, thinking of switching to a Dreamworld pass since I haven't visited in a decade. Wow, a decade. Yeah, look, definitely it's worth it, particularly the fact that Rivertown's going to be opening at the end of this year. So, what would I recommend? I guess it probably comes down to budget, to be honest. I mean, that's what we, we're always doing. We would alternate as well because it gets pretty expensive. But I guess at the moment it's a hard one because back end of this year, there's so much going on at all the parks, or most of the parks. I think Rivertown Dreamworld is going to be something really special that is going to blow everyone's mind, as I think also Wizard of Oz will be too at Movie World. I really think that's going to be something amazing and worth seeing as well. So if you can do it, maybe get them both. Because a day pass is just too expensive, So yeah, we'll see. Mike K, hey mate, how are you? Hey Shane, do you think there are actually quiet periods anymore, or is it a myth? I was at Movie World on the weekend. 1 hour waits for everything. Felt sorry for the tourists as the experience seemed poor. Yeah, I mean, the weekends, because obviously a lot of the locals are going to go on the weekends. So when I used to come here before I lived in the Gold Coast, a long time ago, we used to go, let's go during the week because all the locals, annual pass holders, go on the weekends. It's probably true to a point as well. So I know that sometimes out of peak during the week, pretty much walk on a lot of stuff. So just depends on the time of year, though. It can still be pretty busy because a lot of people, if it's too close to the holidays, like maybe just before or just after, a lot of people will take the kids out of school for those times to try and beat the crowds. But then again, now a lot of people are thinking that same way. So they go, let's beat the crowds and go after Easter or after the holidays or before. A lot of other people are thinking the same now, and then it's busy. So yeah, it's and then if you come when it's totally no holidays, not much going on, there's a stack of rides down on maintenance because obviously they need to do that at their quietest time. So yeah, but I think you're right. The weekends, I mean, 1 hour waits. I think that's definitely to be expected now for Movie World. Again, get in there, ride on opening, ride the bigger rides first. DC Rivals, Green Lantern, Superman, Wild West Falls, all the ones with the long wait times, and then come back and do the other ones. That's my suggestion anyway. Yeah. So, but you're right. It's certainly it can even blow out to like an hour and a half to 2 hours on just on a normal weekend. So some of the bigger rides, and particularly Wild West Falls, that's always the other day I was there. It was like 75 minutes. So yeah, pretty pretty long. Like you say, the tourists. Yeah, thinking maybe maybe it's not so busy. Maybe some think it's busy, some might not. But yeah, it's still going to be at least an hour on most attractions. Gold Coast Party Bus evening. John, how are you and the wife? Good evening. Thank you for joining. Always a pleasure. Yes, Squishy Lemon, been a while. Yeah, mate. Yeah, well, we're still here. I'm glad you are too. So, someone's saying it's their birthday today and they're on a cruise. Well, happy birthday and awesome that you're on a cruise. How good is that? Well, enjoy. What do you think the worst rides are at Dreamworld? The worst rides at Dreamworld. So, well, I don't think there's a bad ride there, but in terms of, you've got rides that you really enjoy and rides you maybe don't enjoy as much. I think motor coasters. I think that's one that's. I mean, it's a good ride. Like it's still popular. Lots of people ride it. But I think it's kind of. I think a lot of people don't really like that ride. It's like it's not a bad sort of launch. It starts off kind of fast, and to me, it kind of slows down and it kind of gets a bit boring. But I don't know. It needs retheming for sure, and hopefully they'll retheme that to tie in with Rivertown or tie into something more in that area because it kind of doesn't really match anything anymore. And maybe that I don't know if there's any upgrades or anything they can do to that in the future to make it any better. I don't know. I don't really. It's not to me. It's not a very comfortable ride as well. So for me, I'd probably say that. And again, I'm quite tall. I'm 6'2". Like I've been on it plenty of times, but I don't know, a month or so. I don't know, it must have been about three to 6 months ago. I can't remember now. I went to ride it again, and I had different shoes on. They have like the Air Max, and they've got the higher sole on them. So it actually made me taller slightly, but because of that, I couldn't get the thing to close on my knees. So I couldn't ride it because she said, "Sorry, you're too tall." I'm like, "Well, I'm not too tall, but maybe with those shoes, I was too tall." A little bit disappointing. So anyway, yeah. So when I have ridden it, come off with marks on the legs and stuff. I think other people have said the same. So for me, it would be that. But again, it's not horrible or anything like that. Or it's just for me, that would probably be my worst ride that I don't really enjoy too much. Yeah. So everyone's different. Probably also like Shockwave. It's a cool, awesome ride, but I don't do well spinny rides, so that makes me feel crook. I've been on it before. I just don't go on it hardly at all because I just don't like it from that perspective. So there's a few anything spinning, like you won't catch me on Serpent Slayer on Wild Style. No way. I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how. I know a few people that do it over and over and over on Wild Style. Hats off to you because that's incredible. I cannot do that. Everyone's different though, right? Cool. Let me see. Let's talk about Dreamworld. So we kind of been talking about Dreamworld anyway, right? But all right. So I guess first of all, there's some ride closures at the moment, which most of you should be aware of if you're going there or watching the videos anyway. Again, it's all on their website. Tailspin's currently closed. Reopens on the 27th of February, so not far. Excuse me. Vintage cars. So we had another look, and it's on the video. We had another look. The website still says reopening 27th of February, and we look through, and the tree's still there. The fence is still down. It might just be the case of lifting the tree up, fixing the fence, and it's good to go. I don't know. And I checked it. I got home from work tonight, and it still says reopening 27th of Feb. So it's not far away. So it'll be interesting to see if it does, because I know a lot of people would love to ride those vintage cars again before that version of the vintage cars close for good at the end of the year. So before the new ones in Mississippi Motors. So yeah, what else have we got there? Sky Voyager. That's going on maintenance from 4th of March until the 28th of March. So that's, and again, it's another awesome attraction. It's amazing how many people say to me, I've never been on that. What is it? You've got to ride Sky Voyager. It is world class. Actually, a friend of mine, he was there with his family the other day. I bumped into them there, and they said that they were going to ride it. And what did he say? They had ridden. Either way, he couldn't believe it. That go in there and then all of a sudden you're skydiving. Well, it's like you're skydiving first scene. So it's pretty incredible. It's pretty incredible. So you got to check it out. Excuse me a minute, guys. Need to blow my nose. Okay, so we got that one. Rivertown. So we did a video again, another update for you guys. More progress. Again, every single week there's a lot of progress happening in there. I'm lucky enough to get some photos sent through during the week now and then, so we can keep you guys updated on social media on what's happening during the week, and then we'll normally provide you the update video in the weekend. So yeah, lots and lots of man, there was just so much this week. They've done a lot of concreting, and there's a lot more concreting to go. You can tell that they're about to pour like the base probably for the tracks, and just a lot of concrete that's going to go into there. It's probably started today, I'd imagine, although with the rain this afternoon, they may not have. But a lot of stuff happening in that area. It's just crazy how much is going on there. When you have a look at the artwork, when you have a closer look at the artwork, there's actually lots of. So, like for example, if you're walking in from Motor Coaster, essentially you've got Mississippi Motors at the front, I guess, and then you've got the coaster at the back. And obviously the coaster comes out and goes over Mississippi Motors as well, and then you've got the big centerpiece with the plane and everything like that, sort of toward the back, or the middle to the back. It must be in front of, it's in front of the coaster main building, load unload station. But there's actually a lot of rivers all through that area. So if you look at the artwork, there's like a river system that's in that area. So there's a lot of water through there. If you actually have a look at it, and it looks amazing. When you have a proper closer look, there seems to be lots of little rivers going through around the vintage cars in there as well. So, and there appears to be waterfalls coming down the load unload station at the back with some kind of, I'm thinking it looks like like a big gem or diamond up the top there. Looks cool. So I tell you what, again, the theming is going to be next level, and yeah, totally next level. So we'll keep you informed and updated, definitely weekly on that one. And obviously, once it opens, we'll be able to go through and show you the whole complete area and give you our review on the ride and everything as well. So again, it's exciting. Billabong restaurant. Again, I've got lots of questions about that. It's definitely staying. It's not getting demolished. In fact, on the original artwork, the one where you can see Rivertown, like the entranceway to Rivertown, if you look right at the back corner, you can see the Billabong restaurant actually still standing in there in that original artwork. So it was always planned to stay. Some kind of food offering moving forward. So we'll wait and see what Dreamworld releases moving forward, and we'll update you guys on that one too. But yeah, really exciting in there. So we'll keep you updated on that. Now, Big Red Plains will be down between the 18th of March and the 28th of March if you want to go and ride those. They've got some maintenance coming up there as well. And Shockwave, 27th of Feb to 18th of March. So that's the other maintenance that's happening there. Now, also, there's an event coming up at Dreamworld, actually Dreamworld Night Markets, which is pretty exciting, actually. So, you know, where they have like the Wiggles concert in there. Is it their convention center down the end there? I think it's called the convention center, near the Gold Coast roller coaster. A big space in there. So on the 9th of March, which is a Saturday, they're having live pro wrestling in there. And it is a separate ticketed event. So it's not, even though you get into night markets for $2, you know, this is a separate ticketed event. So it's not part of the night market. It's just going to be on during the night market, but it's a separate ticketed event. So tickets are essentially $20 for general admission for adults and $5 for kids under 12. That's pretty good, right? Take the kids along and see live action wrestling, and it's pro wrestling as well. But also, if you want to be ringside, the tickets are $30. So if you head to Dreamworld Night Market's Facebook page, you'll see the ad for it there, and there's a link there. It takes you straight through the tickets, and you're going to get them on there. So that's how you get those. I think it'd be pretty cool to check that out. I may even get along myself. Depends on what I'm doing on that night, but it sounds pretty interesting and something different. So it's cool that they've got something like that happening at the Dreamworld Night Market separately, but still, it's pretty cool. So that's pretty much my wrap up from the theme parks for last week. Just go back through some of your comments, guys, and again, thank you all so much for making countless amounts of comments there. It's really appreciated. Someone's saying, "Oh yeah, I can see the river. Yeah, you should check it out. It's pretty cool. It's really cool." The German pavilion stands out in my mind back for World Expo '88. Yeah, it's funny how there's a few pavilions that literally, like you said, stand out, right? For one reason or another. Was it the food? I think for me it was the food for the German one. I don't know. I like that one too. But yeah, I mean, they were all pretty amazing. One of the highlights for me was seeing Kit from Knight Rider. Well, it was a replica, but still it was pretty cool. It spoke to you. You could talk to it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and the theme park, it shows the entertainment that they had there. Just the different foods. Cadbury Pavilion, that was pretty cool. We'd never seen anything like that, I suppose, here in Australia. So it was awesome. And you could buy annual passes as well. I think it went for 6 months. I think that was the duration of it at South Bank. So if you check it out online, then you go to South Bank, you'll still see some of the old buildings there. And the way they did it with the shade sails, it just looked amazing. And it was just amazing. Really enjoyed World Expo. Is there any more available land at any of the parks that they could put a new attraction on? Yeah, absolutely, Julie. There's Dreamworld's still got a stack of land also around it. Pretty much on either side of it, there's a lot of land there. Movie World also and Wet and Wild, they still own a lot of land around the perimeter. So it feels like it's, because obviously it's fenced off to what they've got, but there is a lot of land as well. They could definitely expand Movie World in years to come, and significantly too. And yeah, the hotel, wow, it's gone quiet, hasn't it? So yeah, it was all in the press and all that kind of thing, but we don't know if that's still going ahead. I mean, hopefully it is. I just didn't like how it was a little bit corporate looking. I would have probably preferred or would have maybe loved to have seen some kind of a themed, like a family themed hotel there that attracts, families to stay there. I mean, look, I don't know. Concept art is one thing and reality is another, as we've said before. So, yeah, it might end up being different to what we've seen, but looked very sort of corporate-y and didn't really sort of, in my mind, it didn't almost belong there. So, again, I'm just one person. My opinion doesn't matter really, but I would have thought, hey, it's a good opportunity to put something that people are going to go, hey, you should stay at that hotel. Look at it. It's cool. It's Warner Brothers. It's got the characters, what have you. So we'll see. We'll see what actually happens with that. It's gone quiet, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Am I going to Pink tomorrow? No, I'm not going to the Pink concert tomorrow in the Gold Coast. We're sending a lot of drinks there though, so getting ready for the concert. Dreamworld have old Big Brother land. Actually, I heard that they didn't actually own that Big Brother land. Now, that's just what I heard. Could be wrong. But I think they were leasing that land, I think. But saying that, there is some land around near there and stuff as well. Unless they bought that land off whoever owned it at the time. That's a possibility too. Who is going to Pink tomorrow night here in the Gold Coast? Or who went, I guess, on, was it Saturday in Brisbane? I think it was it Friday? I can't remember now. It was Friday or Saturday night. I know it was raining anyway, so but it was still packed out. I think it was a very successful concert. She's been seen all around the Gold Coast as well. I remember years ago, we'd been at the Gold Coast show, and her and her family were at the Gold Coast show. So yeah, they love just getting amongst the people, which is so cool. That's so awesome. I watched your video on Wet and Wild and noticed that the main wave pool was sponsored by Royal Caribbean. Is that a new sponsorship? Yes, it is. When I say new, it's probably it might be a year, or maybe not a year. Actually, it might only be 6 to 10 months or something. But yeah, it's a relatively new sponsorship. And in fact, there's Royal Caribbean logos kind of like all around the park, all through Calypso Beach as well. There's Royal Caribbean sponsorship or signage through there as well. So it's pretty cool. But if you haven't been on a Royal Caribbean cruise, you should, because they're awesome. Cool. Akamaka, how you going? Chris is taking his 10-year-old to the concert. Awesome. I hope you have an awesome time. That will be so cool. That would be awesome. Both nights in Brisbane. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was both. Cool. I've got a new on-air sign. Yes, I do. Oh, sorry. There it is. I'm working backwards here. There we go. Yeah. So for the lives, yeah, we're gonna have that. For some reason, everything's backwards. Anyway, yeah. Good spotting. Excited for Melbourne. Oh, that's right. You're going to the Titanic exhibition. That's right. That is going to be pretty exciting, Chris. And I can't wait to see some of your photos. If you don't mind sharing some of those, that would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, what an opportunity, right? That's a pretty awesome opportunity. Melbourne seemed to get some of those cool events that we don't necessarily get up here too often. Like that Friends experience that I went to down there. I mean, that would have been cool if it was traveling around the entire country, but I suppose a lot of setting up and dismantling. So yeah. All right, what do we got? Oh, well, everything just moved. Like, Peter, hey Jaggs, late to the catch up tonight. That's all right, mate. Everyone's busy. Went from Sydney to Coffs Harbour on the weekend and spent a day at the Big Banana. Pleasantly surprised. Awesome. I haven't been there actually, so it does look like a good little park. to visit. So there's a few cool little attractions in there, isn't there? So awesome. Oh, pleasantly surprised. So that's good. So I guess if you're thinking about going there, Peter's recommended it, so you should check it out. You're saying not Gold Coast theme park level, obviously, but we were there from open till 5 p.m. and a good variety of attractions and not too bad out of holidays. Worth a stop if you're going past. Thanks. Enjoy the vids. Thanks, Peter. Appreciate it. And thanks for letting us know about that as well. And if you have got, anyone else has also got something like that, like Peter's mentioned, they've been somewhere and you recommend it, yeah, definitely let everyone know, because we're all interested in theme parks, attractions, that kind of thing, and particularly roadside attractions too. There's a number of them probably around that maybe sometimes we'd never been before and checked out. So that would be cool. You don't think the vintage cars are going to open? Yeah, I mean, they're saying the 27th. It doesn't look like it's going to open for the 27th, and that date probably will move. But it might not, but we'll keep our eye on that one as well. It's definitely, yeah. I mean, I would have thought it was probably, it's probably still a lot of work to do in there. Even like where the water or the wind, I guess, had pushed all the leaves and stuff against the fences. That's still all there. So anyway, Dreamworld have space along the river side. Yes, they do. Yes, bring back the paddles theme. You know what? It's funny because every time I go to any theme park, I always hear people. As you're walking around, you hear families and people talking, and there must be so many people currently revisiting Dreamworld again that hadn't been there for so many years, because I particularly when I'm like walking around the corroboree area, and people are walking and they're making reference to, paddle steamer used to be here. I wonder where that is now. I'm like, it's been obviously so long. A lot of people are starting to revisit Dreamworld again, which is excellent. And also, it's a good time to get passes again, because there's so much happening there in the future. Not just the end of this year. I know Dreamworld does have plans. They've probably got a 5-year plan. I'm sure. So there'll be plenty to do and plenty of new things going forward. So, it's amazing hearing people, and sometimes I'll chime in and say, that's this now, or what have you, just to let them know as well. But it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Paddle steamer was cool. It was actually really awesome, wasn't it? And particularly they had the little gunfight show going on the little island there as well with the bush rangers. That was cool as well. So again, lots of cool things from the past that they've taken away. Not just Dreamworld, other parks as well. Maybe some of that stuff's got to come back. Hopefully some of it will start to come back, or a different version of it maybe. You think two things will happen: a water coaster or some new land for corroboree. It'd be awesome if there was a water coaster. Hey, that would be cool. That would actually be really cool. Really cool. My old favorite ride was the log ride. Yeah, it was cool, even though it was pretty basic. It was still pretty good, wasn't it? It was always busy. Everyone, I remember queuing on that for hours to get on there. Hey, Straws again. Something that I wish Dreamworld did, though, it was a 1-hour queue for the giant drop. Excuse me. But only the western side was open. Yeah, so they obviously out of holidays they'll only run usually run one side, but just in terms of staffing and operational costs. But yeah, you're right. If it's got a massive queue, it would make more sense, right, to have both sides operational. I mean, I don't know how that ride operates, whether you need more staff to operate both sides. I'd imagine you would for loading, unloading, and all that kind of thing. So, yeah, that's a good point. That's definitely a good point. Suggested a time ticket system where at each ride you take a ticket and come back in an hour, depending on the time of booking the ticket. That might work. Yeah, that's sort of like how Disney used to do Fast Pass, essentially. So years ago, they do it now on the Magic Bands, essentially. But so you used to go to these machines, get the ticket, come back in an hour, or whatever. It gave you a time, and then you could just literally go and do other stuff and come back. And it does work, and it was awesome. So yeah, look, maybe that's something they need to look at, and maybe only have on when it is really busy like that. Because at least then if you can go and do something and come back, it's pretty good. Kind of like the I suppose like the virtual queue that they got rid of at Village Roadshow, which was a shame because that was popular. Anyway, let's see if that comes back. I hope Dreamworld uses the space of the old Big Brother house due to a new land into a new land or themed area. Yeah, I'm not sure 100% if they own that land there or they're leasing it, but either way, if there's available space there, there's probably nothing else going there, right? So it makes sense to build something that they can get a return off. So yes, that would be cool. It'd have to be something that people would want to go there for, though, because it's a little out of the way, obviously. It would be worth the extra costs and guest satisfaction to have both sides running. Yeah, you're right. It would too. It would. I just know from like operational costs, they probably only roster on for expected attendance, and then sometimes the day blows out, and then you get an hour queue that you weren't expecting. But it's the balance. It's a fine balance, I suppose, of running a theme park, isn't it? After watching your video at Dreamworld, it looks like the rain. We've had a fair bit of the dirt from the work site has gone into the Mississippi. Yeah, you're right. It was looking a bit muddy, actually. It definitely was. And yes, I'd say it would be from that. But they've got those fountains going at each end, and it's trying to clear it up. So couldn't believe how many turtles are in that river. Like, there was like crazy amount of turtles in there. It was amazing. Movie World should offer a proxy pass for kids on the Spectrum that don't have a companion card, and they just give us a ride, time to come back, and you didn't have to wait in the line. That's a good point. That's definitely a good point. My suggestion would be to probably maybe email the guest services about that and just put all those facts in there, because I think you got some very valid points there, and there's a lot of people that would use that. So I think that would be cool if they could do something like that for sure. What's happening to the castle at SeaWorld? We don't know. We at this point in time, it's still standing. So that's all we know at this point. So yeah, we shall see. We'll just keep watching that space. What else we got here? Well, thanks again, guys, for all the comments. I really appreciate it. What do we got? Schooners Bunch. Hey, good to see you on the live. Have you heard any more about Topgolf? Yes, opens this Friday the 23rd. Finally reopening Friday the 23rd. So go back and support Topgolf, definitely. It'd be great for Dreamworld to get a water ride. Yes, it would. But I don't think it should be a log flume. Otherwise, it would get compared to Wild West. Yeah, you're right. Like something like a storm, like you said, like a water coaster, like Storm Coaster. That's definitely what would be cool there. But with some really wicked theming, right? That would be awesome. Hey, Peter again. He's a Sydney person. Village Roadshow theme parks had the draw over the recent years, particularly the draw card, I guess, staying at SeaWorld Resort, staying, I think it's supposed to be, at SeaWorld Resort. But you can feel the genuine buzz and build with Dreamworld. My kids are excited. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. Dreamworld is just, powering ahead with development. The way that they're also releasing bits and pieces, they're creating that buzz and excitement, and the concept art they're releasing for the theming is just mind-blowing. Like that plane, again, I still can't get over they're putting a real plane, obviously a decommissioned one, but an ex-military plane as it crashed into the jungle scene for part of the theming. I mean, that's next level, right? That's the real deal. That's not just a fake replica that someone's built out back. I mean, that's just going to look crazy good. So pretty awesome. How's your merch sales going? Yeah, really well. Thank you so much. I always say it, but I want to thank everyone who has bought the merch so far. Almost every day I get another sale through on something, and I honestly didn't think it was going to be like that. But and we were selling sort of merch and bits and pieces ourselves. But now we've got the proper website set up. And again, keep in mind, if you do buy something on there, it's made to order. So when you place your order, it goes into production. So the company that's doing it for me have all the shirts and hoodies and all that kind of stuff. So then they're going to go pick that stock for what you ordered, the size, the color. Then they got to download the design that you've chosen, and then they got to go and get it printed. And they allow up to about 7 days production. Okay, so about a 7-day production just to do all of that, because obviously they're not just picking mine; they have thousands of customers. Okay, so, but then once that's done, it's usually shipped out within like 3 days, something like that. So it actually arrived pretty quick after production. So keep in mind, production time 7 day, and then about 3 days after that. So about 10 days roughly, give or take. So and yeah, I've been really happy with the quality, and I think that was the biggest thing for me was finding someone who actually did good quality. Like the actual t-shirts are good quality, and the print is a really good quality as well. So I've been really happy. So yeah, so going well. And again, thanks to anyone who's thinking about buying something or has bought something on there. I really appreciate it. Yeah. And it's actually funny. I've bumped into a few people wearing my merch in the theme parks, and it's hard for me to I sort of like, whoa, where'd they get that from? Oh, that's right, they bought it online. So yeah, it's quite funny actually. So, that's cool. That's awesome, and I appreciate it. What happened to the Hot Wheels coaster? Yeah, yep. Zach's right there. It's a Gold Coaster now. It's been a few things over the years. Movie World and Dreamworld both offer a proxy pass for Spectrum kids without companion card. It's fantastic. It's a game changer. Discovered it yesterday. Awesome. That's awesome, Chris. I'm glad that they do that, actually. That's really good. I remember the old toboggan ride that used to be in the water park part of Dreamworld. Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. That was actually pretty cool. You can still see the volcano when you're at the Steel Taipan ride. You can still see the volcano there. You're going to leave that there, by the way. That's just there for nostalgia purposes, as far as I know. But yeah, that was one of the centerpieces of the water park. Was it called the Blue Lagoon? I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was something like that. But yeah. Do I think it was a mistake removing Buzzsaw, even though Steel Taipan was the main focus? No, I think it was a good move removing Buzzsaw, because I always saw Buzzsaw as a big eyesore at the front of Dreamworld. It just looked like because it's a weird design, but at Gambai World, the way that they've rethemed it and the colors they've chosen and where it's located in the park, it's perfect. So, no, I think it was a good move, Gambai World purchasing that, and it's a good fit for that park, definitely, in my opinion, obviously. Missed the Eureka Mountain Ride and Bermuda Triangle Ride. Yeah, they were so cool, weren't they? That Eureka, that roller coaster was pretty intense too. It was sharp turns and everything. That was fun. And yeah, Bermuda Triangle. Wow, hard to believe they had theming that good, and the technology, particularly in that ride, was incredible. Now there's a park in I think it's in Germany. I think it's called Movie Park. It used to be Warner Brothers Movie World. I think they still have a clone of that ride there. Maybe get online and check it out. But I think they do. Someone was telling me recently, so I have to check that out. If you're heading that way, check it out. Have I been to Singapore Universal Studios? No, not yet. No. Would love to. I love Universal Studios, and I've watched plenty of videos on the Singapore Universal, and definitely I feel that'd be definitely a place to visit. So a lot of people will go there, and yes, I think definitely I'd like to get to there one day. Again, it's hard to save money at the moment, so anyway, we'll get there one day. Looks cool though, right? Do you think Dreamworld should build another Big Brother and do it properly and bring it back the way it should be, like the live show? Yeah, I mean, how good was that, to be honest? I don't like the way that they have started doing it recently. In fact, did it get axed? I wasn't watching it, but I did hear. Did it get axed? I think it might have got axed. Yeah, I mean the original was always the best, right? I think so. Did the Doomsday Destroyer always go all the way around? Yes, it did. Yeah. Yeah, it was a unique look for Dreamworld. Yeah, the buzzsaw. Yeah, to me, it was just an eyesore, and it was so like, yeah, I guess noisy as well. But so Peter's also saying, and he's he's going to Universal Singapore, possibly. Oh, cool. And going to Genting Highlands in Kuala Lumpur. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I haven't been there either. But that park looks pretty amazing, actually. I think a few people have been there. So, vloggers that I've watched on YouTube. So that's cool. I hope you enjoy it. But I haven't been, so I can't give you recommendations. But there's probably people on here that can definitely give you recommendations about those parks. If not, just YouTube search it. You'll find some information there. Does the annual passes have restrictions on the busiest days? So I think no. I think the light one might, but I don't think the normal one doesn't, as far as I know. Excuse me. I mean, when it's really, really, really busy, like 27th of December, it's not a great experience if you want to get on the rides. So it's just too busy. But some people, that's the only time they've got to visit the parks. They've got to make the most of it. Cool. Now, if I've missed anyone's comment, feel free to send me a message. Now, someone's just seen a top chat there. Now, let me. Sorry, guys. Again, everything just flies past. Someone's just trying to keep up. Here we go. Straws. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. You're very kind. Appreciate the top chat, mate. If there was a ride from the Gold Coast theme parks, which you could bring back, what would you pick? For me, it would be the Tower of Terror. That was very, very popular. I think there's one left in the world as well of that ride in the States. Just that noise. Remember the noise it made? Apparently, it used every time they launched that coaster or that ride. It was electromagnet, I believe. So it used more power, electricity to launch that coaster once than something like the whole of Dreamworld uses in like maybe a year or something. Like a significant amount of electricity was used each time that was launched. Something like that. I'd heard somewhere along the line. It's just so expensive to run, but that was so cool, wasn't it? And particularly when they changed it from forwards to backwards. But just that noise, there was it's funny how you get noises of theme parks or atmosphere. So there was always that noise there, and there was always the steam train. Those are the two noises I always remember from Dreamworld back in the day: Tower of Terror, steam train. To me, that's Dreamworld. That's Dreamworld. Well, actually, even Thunderbolt, I've ridden that quite a few times as well. But yeah, that was cool. So for me, because I'm big on theming, I would have to say Bermuda Triangle at SeaWorld. I just loved it. There was a highlight of me going there every time was checking that ride out. The technology in there that they used for the time that it was around, incredible. So yeah, for me it was that. But yeah, I'd agree. Tower of Terror was definitely a favorite as well. But thank you again. Thank you again for the top chat. Again, appreciate you jumping on the channel, supporting my videos, and also jumping on the live feed as well. And I haven't seen you for a while. I normally bump into you at the parks now and then. Make sure if you see me, flag me down. Sometimes I'm just got my agenda and I've got my blinkers on because I'm just, all right, I've got to go film this and this and that, and I'm racing around and Yeah, so and it goes to anyone as well. If you see me there and you want to say hi, just yell, "Hey, Jaggs," or Shane, whatever. It's fine, and stop me. I'm happy to stop and say hi. But you'll see me powering around because I'm obviously trying to get a lot done on my one filming day a week. So, but yeah, it's awesome meeting you guys and catching up with the regulars as well. It's awesome. Cool. That's all good, mate. Busy with work. Everyone's busy with work. I hope Dreamworld scatters props around Rivertown. Yeah, that would be cool. I think you'll be pretty impressed with what you see, particularly even inside the ride as well. It's going to be pretty cool. But do you think, Pax? Hey, Matt. Bermuda Triangle was incredible. Shame we lost it. Yeah, just definitely. If you compare Storm, same location, to, I mean, Storm's cool, but what was there with Bermuda Triangle, there's really no comparison, right? It's really no comparison. Yeah. Anyway, at least they kept that inside part. When you splash down at the end, that was all part of that scene, with the aliens and that kind of thing. So, or part of it anyway, I think. So yeah, yeah, it was so cool. It was definitely. If you didn't get to ride it, definitely watch some YouTube videos. There'll be plenty on there. The quality obviously won't be that great because it was back in, a long time ago before phones and cameras were a lot better than they are now. So, but yeah, Straws is saying he missed the roaring sound as well. Yeah, just those sounds of Dreamworld that they used to be there. Hey Clayton, Dreamworld needs a daytime parade like Disneyland. Yeah, you know what? I was talking to someone about that recently. Actually, I agree with that. I think they definitely need a daytime parade there, and even if it's just dancers and maybe acrobats and lots of cool music, and I think it would be definitely something pretty cool to have the characters in there as well. Maybe once they get the new characters on board, maybe that's when they might decide to do that. Maybe, but yeah, it'd be cool. It would be cool. So if anyone from Dreamworld's listening to this, let's get a parade going. It'd be pretty cool, and like a daytime parade too. That would be really cool. That would be really cool. Cool. Now, if I've missed your comment, just either send me a message. I will reply to you. It's just hard to catch all of the comments, and I do try my best to read all your comments there, guys. So, and again, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your Monday night to be here on my live stream. I appreciate that, and I'm sorry I can't get here any earlier at this point in time than 8 o'clock. It's just I race home. I'm pretty much working till at least 6. Time you cook dinner and eat dinner and all the rest of it, and then bang, it's 8 o'clock. So, plus I got to do a little bit of pre-planning and I write notes through the week, but I always jump on at night and just double check a few things, see if there's been any other updates as well that we can chat about as well. And again, like I said, if you guys want a topic to talk about, if you go, hey, next week can we talk about this topic? Let me know. Send me a message, and happy to try and do something like that for you guys as well. I've always sort of run through, what's been happening. The idea of this is a bit of a catch up. So what's been happening the week that was, or maybe some things that are coming up as well for the Gold Coast theme parks, or anything else that's really sort of exciting news, theme parks, attractions, events as well. So appreciate everyone's input always. And a lot of you also send me photos and information through the week as well, which usually, you allow me to put that on Instagram and all that as well. So that's always appreciated as well, because obviously we can't get to the theme parks during the week working full time. So always appreciated. A couple more comments just came through. SeaWorld needs more night events. Yeah, SeaWorld's an awesome park at night, isn't it? Really is. Any news about the monorails? No, we did touch on that earlier on, mate, but no more news. It's still sitting up there, covered in dust. We don't know what's happening. Probably nothing. but I'm sure once they say, "Hey, something's happening," it'll be out there, and we'll obviously, share that information as well. So, but at this point in time, unfortunately, nothing. What about the robot animals singing at Dreamworld? That's right. Was it the bears? Were they bears? Oh no, they were. Was it koalas and that kind of thing? Yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah, kind of like the Disney. I think the bears are at Disney, right? I think that's what Disney has. But that was cool, wasn't it? Again, all those things that are gone that people remember. That's pretty cool. I'm sure there's people on here that have got photos of that. I mean, I got a stack of photos and stuff that I chuck up for Throwback Thursdays. But that's going to run out at some point because I got so many photos. But so if you guys have got anything you want to give to me, or not give, but as far as share with me to put on Throwback Thursdays, obviously I'll tag you as the photo source. Obviously, that's no dramas. But yeah. So if you've got like some old photos and you want to share that with the people on the channel, yeah, everyone's interested in that stuff. So, but yeah, let me know. It'd be great to share some different things on there. Again, I just, eventually going to run out of those photos and things from our previous trips around. They should have more lights on Leviathan. Yeah, it looks cool at night, but yeah, it'd be good. A more full-on lighting package would be pretty cool. It still looks pretty cool though. Motor coaster and the shop needs to be themed, yeah, for Rivertown. Yeah, you're right. It definitely does. It's a bit out of place. It will be when that's all open. Maybe there's a plan for that. Maybe there's like an overlay they can do. And it'd be cool if they sort of theme those bikes to, I don't know, like a farm bike or something, not a farm bike, but I don't know, something different, right? So that fits the theme in the area. Watch the space. I'm sure there's a plan. I'm sure they've got a plan for that stuff. These were the first animatronics Dreamworld made. And Cal Amari is obviously the latest one. Yeah, Cal Amari is pretty amazing, isn't it? So obviously, back in the day, they had basic animatronics. And then when you look at the standard of Calamari, Captain Calamari in the splash zone there, that's next level. And yeah, it's pretty cool how you can interact with it. I think it's only when, maybe during holidays or busy times. I noticed the other day it was just playing like music or the Dreamworld song. But there's times where you can actually interact properly with it and it squirts you. Pretty cool. Really cool. Do we know when Wizard of Oz opens? All we know is the back end of 2024. So this year, my guess would probably be early to mid December. That's my guess. There's no official date that's been announced as such, but that's what I would say. Cool. Remember the wipeout? That used to wipe me out, actually. Again, spinny ride. Used to hop off that thing and had to sit for an hour to recover. But yeah, it's why Vortex, similar feeling. Once was enough for that. But yeah, that was pretty intense. Actually, it was a lot more intense than Vortex. I feel that was pretty cool. And that was where Kickback Cove is now, in that area. Thoughts on the Justice League ride at Movie World? Honestly, this ride needs to be replaced with something newer. Look, it's well themed. Yeah, I think it's quite. I suppose I don't know when it opened now. I can't remember. It'll be online, but yeah, I mean, it's an enjoyable ride. However, it's not really thrilling, and it can be a little bit boring in parts. So, from that perspective, maybe they need to do some kind of an overlay or an upgrade to the storyline or something like that. So, yeah, yep. But again, maybe they're thinking about those sorts of things. It's like the stunt show. I mean, the guys that do the stunt show, awesome. They do an amazing job day in and day out, and don't miss a beat. It's just awesome. However, it'd be unreal to see something new, like a Mad Max, again, movie show. Obviously, we all miss Police Academy, but I don't think that's going to come back. So, yeah, I really think that having a new stunt show would be really cool to see. Something fresh, and again, it would bring people to the park. I've got to see the new stunt show. So over the years, when they have changed the stunt show a few times, it definitely brings people in. So no doubt they're probably working on something. I would have to think that they would be. So because eventually things have a lifespan. All right. Could be a theme park. Sorry, could be a theme park, but what's the best coffee on the Gold Coast? And what is your go-to for order? I'm pretty straightforward. I'm not one of these people that order, the coffee with 10 variants to it. I just go cappuccino, thanks. Full cream cappuccino. That's what I order. Geez, you know what? Probably my favorite coffee would have to be all press coffee, and it's a premium coffee. It's not everywhere. It's a really nice coffee. So there is actually an app you can get called Cafe Finder, and it'll show you all the places along the Gold Coast, or actually in Australia, that sell all press coffee. So if you haven't had it, I'd recommend that. It's a really nice coffee. Look, other than that, obviously there's in the Gold Coast there's Coffee Club. They do really good coffee as well. I quite like their coffee, actually. There's plenty of other coffee places around, but I think for consistency, I always find that all press is always consistent, but also Coffee Club's coffee is always consistent, no matter where you go. And you get a nice meal there as well if you want to do that. The theme park coffee, they all use different brands. And look, they're okay. Again, probably not premium, but they're pretty good. I mean, it's not horrible. It's certainly drinkable, and I have it regularly. So, yeah. So, but there's Gold Coast is littered with cafes like everywhere. So you won't be. I think you'll find coffee anywhere you go. You pretty much be right there. All right. Did you know that Dreamworld gave the Wipeout to SeaWorld? What? I don't think they did. No. Did you know that Dreamworld gave the Wipeout to SeaWorld when they were working on the Vortex? No. I think they got rid of Wipeout a long time ago before Vortex was there. I don't even know if it was dismantled or whether it was sold off overseas, or I'm really not too sure. Someone will know on here who's sort of following all that kind of thing. So they should have some. Oh, we've gone through that one. Cool. Love your videos. Thank you very much. I appreciate you watching the videos. That's always appreciated. Favorite DC movie? Look, there's plenty, right? I mean, I like classic movies, so yeah. I'm really not sure. Suicide Squad was pretty good. Yeah, Suicide Squad maybe. That's pretty cool. Do you remember when they had Suicide Squad display in Movie World? I think it was. I'm not sure if it was the one before. I can't think now if it was the one before the current one where Batman is, but they had props and costumes in there. They had the Joker's car in there. It was pretty cool. So, do you like Barney the dinosaur? I don't know who that is. Sorry. All right. Well, I think we've got through most of everyone's questions so far. I think, and I say most because I may have missed possibly some, and I think I got through most. Again, if I've missed your comment, apologies. Send me something, direct message. I'm happy to answer your questions. Instagram is the best way to do that. Always happy to answer. Or comment on any of the videos. I always appreciate you guys commenting on my videos. And you'll find I always do reply to you guys as well. So it's important to me if you're taking the time to watch my videos, and if you're also taking the time out of your day to comment to me on my videos. Usually you'll get a response from me. Well, you always get a response from me because I really appreciate it. Trying to grow the channel, obviously, it's hard to grow when you can only do so much content per week, but we are growing slowly and it's appreciated. So, yeah, hopefully as the years go by, hopefully we can do a bit more different content for you guys. And anyway, we always keep it going for you guys, so you get something different to watch every week, or at least keep up to date with what's happening every week. So hope you're still enjoying the videos. I appreciate you guys watching them as well. Right, well, I think I'm going to leave it there, guys, because we're almost at that 2-hour mark again. And I know you guys, some of you are from New South Wales and Victoria, and it's even later there. So thank you all so much. Stephen was on before from the US, very early in the morning over there as well. Appreciate all your comments. Squishy Lemon, you 100% have grown since you started watching. Yeah, you're one of my first subscribers and people commenting. And, mate, I appreciate that you're still chiming in. I know everyone gets busy, and obviously there's other channels now that have popped up, and, you know, people doing a truckload of other content and things like that. So, but, you know, I'm glad people still enjoy what I put out. So thanks heaps for everyone's support. Always greatly appreciated. Cool. All right, we're going to leave it there, everyone. Thank you all once again. I hope everyone has an awesome week ahead, safe week ahead as well. And thanks again for chiming in tonight, spending your Monday night with me here on the live feed. I hope you have an awesome weekend next weekend. I hope you get to do some theme parks or some fun attractions and events or whatever you might be doing wherever you live. Make the most of your days off or your weekends and that as well. And, yeah, don't forget we're here every Monday night, 8 p.m. Queensland time at this point in time. That might change at some point in the future, but for now, I sort of struggle to get it any earlier. If I'm going to do an earlier one, I will put a message out like I've done a couple of times so that everyone can know to jump on a bit earlier if we can do that. So we'll try. Anyway, everyone's saying good night. So thank you. Good night, everyone. Thanks again. Appreciate your time. And obviously, we'll see you on the next journey. Good night.